And if you deselect the text accidentally, see here on your layers, if you see a T on one of the layers with a kind of a brackets around it, double click on the T itself, not out here, but on the T itself, you'll select the text. I want you to change that text size to something extremely large. It was defaulted a lot smaller. Now I'm going to take it up. I'm going to manually enter the numbers 150. And then I also went right here and I bolded things. I'm going to change it to an Arial. Actually, just for kicks, I'll change it to a Comic Sans, which is kind of just a playful kind of font. And you can see it's right here. All right. I want to change that font to something more serious, like an Arial. Then I simply go up here and it's usually alphabetically listed. Go to Arial. Regular. Okay. Now notice this is Arial regular. This says regular. Watch when I go here and say bold. Okay, now bold italic. You know this from just working with Word programs, but this is where it's done here. So I'll leave it Arial bold, 150 in size, and then I'll move that like so. All right, notice it goes over top of the image because on the layers menu, whatever's on top takes precedence of what's below it. For instance, if I move the text here, text is over top, so this text towards this layer with the T goes over top. However, if I was to left click, pull down to left and then release, when you see a little line form on the bottom there, now it goes behind. Not ideal with text. Text is usually above all the layers, so I'll take it to the top. Background layer should usually be in the background, should be on the bottom, so I'm going to move that down here. All right, last thing I want you to do is to know what a copy paste is, but before you do that and really see it, I need to change the color of this document. Background layer right now is checkered, which indicates to me that it's a transparent layer. I don't want transparency right now, so I'm going to go pick a color right here in the toolbar, and the color will show up over here. And I'm going to pick a dark gray, and then I'm going to make sure I'm on the background layer, making sure I'm on the background layer, because if I get on any of these own layers, when I fill it with color, it's going to fill that layer. So background layer, I'm going to go edit, fill, and it's defaulting right now to background color. I actually want it to be the foreground color, which is what I chose here. Foreground color, I'll say OK. And now you can see the horse images above that. Okay. Now I said I want you to do a quick copy paste. I want you to understand feathering. I'm going to move this up here in the top left. This is going to be in the bottom right. And that's what I want to see on this assignment. I'm going to stay on the horse layer, and I'm going to grab my lasso tool. And notice on the toolbars that when you click on a tool, this changes right here, which is called a shelf. Watch as I go down the tools. You see it changing. It's giving you information that are pertinent for that tool. In this case, I want the lasso layer. When you have the lasso layer, the word feathers there, and it's usually defaulted to 0 pixels. I want you to leave it at 0 pixels if it's there, and I just want you to simply go over to horse, making sure you're on the horse layer. I want you just to draw an arbitrary line like so, and I want you to copy it, and then I want you to paste it immediately and watch your layers. Notice there's a layer that appeared. Call that 0 feather. Okay? And then get your move tool if you can't see it and move it right here, and you can see that it looks like that. Looks like you took this picture and took a scissors and cut out part of the picture. Now, I want you to do the same thing. Grab that same lasso tool, but right here where it says feather, I want you to put in the word 20 and enter. And I want you to do the same thing. Take a little larger area. Okay. And I want you to copy that. And then I want you, it says it's large. All right. If this number is too big, take it down to 15 or 10, whatever you need. That's not the point of it. Is I want you to see what a feather looks like. So this time I'll go like this. Oh, and you know what it was? I was on the wrong layer. Glad you saw that. I was actually copying the area called 0 feather, which is right there, but there's nothing over here. I need to be on the horse layer. See? Now when I copy at 15 feather and paste, there'll be no problem and no error dialog. And I'll grab the move tool and pull it out. Now there's a difference. Take a look at the image on the left that I copy pasted. It looks like you took a scissors. The one on the right is very soft. When you're doing web design, knowing some of these tricks and giving a little bit of customization because you understand Photoshop will really pay off big. All right, we got horse right there. Last thing I want you to do is make one more text layer. I want you to left align it, and I want you to put it at, stay with Arial or whatever's up here, but I want you to put it at 12 font, and I want you to contrast with this gray background, so let's make the text color white. And I want you to say, this exercise was about how to use the tools of Photoshop in regard to saving for web and copy paste. Okay, I don't care what you type here. I just made that up as I went along. But when I double click on T, right now it says layer 2. When I double click on the T, you'll notice that it all of a sudden changes to whatever I wrote there. The reason I wanted you to do this is I wanted you to double click on the T to 1, select the text, and 2, to resize the text to about 16 or 18. And then I want you to look at something here. All right, I'm going to left align it. And Photoshop's tools will let you give you some alignment visuals. Notice this text running into the horse. All right, not good in good design. So what I'm going to do is re-double click on the T on the text layer. Remember, be on the right layer. Keep looking at your layers. Double click. And then you'll see it changes to this symbol. I'm going to click right there to the left of the P and hit enter. And now it went to the next line. Then I'm going to put it like this in regard to saving for web. And then I'm going to get my move tool to deselect. And you can see now it fits nicely within the design. I want you to align some text, left align there. Photograph here. Horse photograph on the bottom right. The title up here. 2 copy paste. If you can understand this, then I want you to last save for web and name it whatever you want to name it. And then submit. And that'll be it for this assignment.